Hello, welcome to Body Conditioning with me, Rob. Welcome to today's class. I hope you're well. I'm ready to do some training. Okay, first things first, grab yourself some water so you're ready to hydrate during the class. Close the doors, let people know you're taking part in an exercise training session, and put your own tunes on so you're ready to do some training. Okay, safe, relevant exercises, that's what we're looking for today. So safe, relevant, and effective. Keep it safe for you, make sure it's effective for you, and make sure it's relevant for you. At any point you're starting to feel some grumbles, come out of the exercise just slightly. The routine is as follows. We're going to do a warm-up that's going to be effective. We're going to get your body moving and mobilized. We're going to work through around 10 exercises for this session. We're going to then cool down and stretch. Simple. Great, effective body conditioning. I hope you enjoy the class. Grab some water, take a sip, lick it around your lips, and hydrate. Okay, from here, let's step back to our mat. Now, for this class, you'll need some light weights for it. You'll also need some heavier weights if you need them as well. If you haven't got them, just use some bottled water or some tins and get training. Now, the mat, if you're on a laminate floor, just move the mat out of the way. And of course, just have a quick check around. Make sure you're not going to bump into any equipment you've got beside you. Now, let's start off. If you're in trainers and you're indoors and you feel comfortable with it, please take your shoes and socks off if you feel like you could. If you want to do it in trainers, of course, do so, but you'll notice I'm doing it in bare feet. Okay, so we've got our feet underneath our seat bones. If you make a fist with your hand and then place it between your feet, okay, and then scuffle up your feet just slightly into it, that will be a nice position for your feet to be in for exercising. We want these knuckles to roll forwards and back, and I need you to understand how your body works. So as you're rolling forward and back on your knuckles, big toe to little toe are flat down to the floor. Also, toes to heel, when we get down to the floor, when the sole is down on the floor, is firmly cemented down to the ground as well. Now, you might find as you're doing this, that you're rolling over your little toes and you're doing a bit of this, and your knees will be driving out to the side. That's not going to be effective because anatomically, we run in straight lines. So we want our knees facing forwards. The other part is you might find you're rolling over your big toe and you've got a bit of this going on. If that's the case again, correct it. You want to find all 5 toes forward and backwards in the same plane in the same movement. Now, we're now going to bring our chest up nice and high. We're going to open up the thoracic element of our spine. We're going to be able to breathe deeper. Our head is going to come back, the crown of our head is up to the ceiling. From here, we're rocking backwards and forwards on our toes, and we're just taking our arms down to the side. What we're trying to generate here is the body-brain neuromuscular pathway working solidly. From here, we're going to stride down to the side, reaching down past the hips. Really good. Pelvis forward, shoulders back, working it through. Good, good. From here, we're going to stretch up nice and high. Push the arms up as high as you can overhead. Let the elbows come back so they're in line with your ears. So if you're forward flexed here, bring them back and give yourself full extension. Again, we're still working on those feet, and I want you to just have a quick look down for me. Are they still the fist gap apart? And are they still moving in the correct movement? If you were to raise a weight above your head here, in the position that I've been talking to you, the weight is loaded all the way through the stem of our body down to the floor. Really important training. Take the arms out wide. Palms are going to be facing up to the ceiling. And you're going to extend and retract your shoulder blades slightly. So from here, you're going to pull back. So a bit of the angel of the north position here. Palms facing up. Now the fingers need to wet. They go wide. The hips come forward and the shoulders are back. Lots of functional stuff in here, otherwise known as effective stuff. Keep all your training safe, relevant, and effective. If you're finding this is getting really tired in your arms, good. This is how little you use them in this position. In the Western world, keep your arms there. I want you to keep your arms out wide, okay? In the Western world, we're here. I want you to try and think about getting your shoulder blade back into position, taking the pressure off the splenius group of the neck and the sternocleidomastoids. So we can hold here, we can reduce the amount of pressure going into our brain because the muscles surrounding the neck can get to do their job properly, which is stabilizing the neck, which takes the pressure out of it, which in turn will reduce the amount of pressure on your head. In other words, headaches, and migraines and those kind of things. Posture, really important. Drop the arms down. You can feel how tight it is in your arms. I can. It definitely works. We're going to circumvent the arms. So we're going to bring the arms out wide again. This time the thumbs are going to face up to the ceiling. The fingers are going to web out wide. We've got our feet so that they are fist gap apart. The posture here, the shoulders retract back into position, the chest up high. We're going to circumvent the arms. So they're going to go around in a conal movement, forward and back. This is a tough little workout, guys. So we're going to keep it going here. I want you to feel a bit of a shoulder shrug through the body. This is brilliant. If you do a lot of desk-based activity, a lot of driving, this is a brilliant exercise for you. But it's effective if you're back here with the shoulders. If you're here, pull back into it. So you're here, round it, yeah? 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't know about you, I can feel my shoulders. Shake it out. Do we have to heavily load it? No. Did we have to impact it? No. We have made it effective. Shake it out, come out wide again. Thumbs up, fingers webbed out wide. We went forwards last time, you're going to go backwards this time. We went backwards last time, you're going to go forward. Yeah, let's go. Circle it. Yeah, keep these weights of your arms the load of this exercise. Now, feel what happens with your elbow. As you get tired, you'll do this. Yeah, I want you to go longer. Come on, pull it out. Chest stays high, chin stays high. I'm still working my toes, going forward and backwards, anatomically, 5 toes forward. Yeah? I can feel the knuckles going down to the ground every time on my feet. I've still got the arms circling wide. I've got my thumb still high up to the ceiling and the fingers webbed out. 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake it out. From here, forward fold through deadlift, stand, stretch, and repeat. Stretch again. Down. Up, stretch again. Let's go. 5, 4. Now don't worry if you can't touch your toes. If you only get to your knees, I'm fine, yeah? But as soon as you feel this in your lower back, that thoracolumbar area of your spine, yeah, you're going to come slowly control back up. This is not about moving fast. It's effective body conditioning. Keep it safe rather than effective for you. 3, 2, 1. Good, good. Shake it out. Exit from here. Check the feet position again. Fist gap apart between the feet. Posture, pelvis forward. Stand, left knee flex. Good, good, good. Drop it back down and raise it through. So we're working on high knee lifts. The pelvis is forward into position. The chest is high, the shoulders are back. Now, as you raise that foot up, the foot at the bottom is fist gap apart. At the top, the knees are still fist gap apart here. The feet still. So feel what's happening. If your knee is coming out to the side or crossing over the body, bring it back into straight. Now, the foot doesn't touch the floor, but we extend through the leg. Drop, extend, push, drive. 5 more here. 4 more here. 3 more here. 2 more here. Last one. Change leg, let's go. Raise up. Five more here, let's go for it. Shoulders back, pelvis forward. 2 more. 1 more. And release. Work through a butt kick for me. Now, if you've got a mirror that you can see your feet, yeah, have a look and check it out. So you stand in front of your mirror, okay, and once you've got it, hopefully you've got full length one, that'll be even better. But a position where you can keep the shoulders back, work through here, and see what your feet are doing. Your feet want to be hinging back to that same fist gap apart. So we're here. So our feet are right underneath our seat bones in our pelvis. And it's how we can linear our load through our body. Really good. Now, standing on the right leg. Come out wide into a start position and come back in again. Now, if you're feeling warm enough, this is the part where you can start bringing some weights into it. Check the standing foot though is facing directly forwards for you. So for some people, this is just enough as a workout, yeah? I can feel my arms are working hard. Even just holding them out wide was loading my shoulder, yeah? So, change leg, and then we're going to grab some weights in. Boom, boom, boom. So we're working on nice high lateral raises for the arms. Palms are facing down to the floor, arms are going to cross over. We're going to keep the legs nice and parallel to each other, the feet parallel to each other as well. Five more here. Four more here. Three more here. Two more here. Last one. Good, good. Shake it out. Open up the hips. Okay, same exercise, with or without weights, your choice. Ready to load? Posture. Stabilize. Work. Seven. 8, 9, and 10. Change sides. Keep it working. And don't worry if you lose your balance. Absolutely fine. Losing balance for me is a sign of you trying to push the limit and work just that little bit harder. So please keep going. So if you fall off it, come back up, stand, and work. Five more, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. From now, shake it out. Taking the same weights, posture through, working through a bicep curl. Keeping the elbows tucked into the side, the same fist gap between the feet. Fully extend the arm, curl through. Now, notice a couple of things here. At the base, my thumbs are facing forwards. My knuckles are out to the side. As I turn the hand up to the shoulder, the back of my knuckles are facing away. Yeah, down, through. Really nice stuff. Keep it strong here. Strong movements all the way through. Very good. Posture, shoulders back, feet fist gap apart. Keep working it here, strong. If you feel like you can go heavier on the weights, go for it. And if you're in the mood and you're fit as bug already, maybe invest in some quality weights as well to be able to do the exercises. So you get some enjoyment out of it so the kit is ready for you to train. It doesn't have to be massively heavy weights. Some of them do them in little stacked pyramids so you can just easily tuck them away into a cupboard afterwards. Really nice. 4 more here. This is not about bodybuilding. This is about body conditioning effectively. Yeah? Now, relax, shake it out. And from here, we're going to take the left arm out to the side. Now, if you've got a dodgy shoulder, take the weights down the floor. We've just worked through this movement here. So what I want you to try and do is go up to shoulder height, but I'm going to raise a little bit further and see if we can get the back of the hands towards each other. Now, if you're stiff in your shoulder or you're too tight in your pectoral, you're going to come forwards as you raise. Don't worry, but come and join in for some stretching and rehabilitation work that we do as well. So, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be filming more classes for you to try out. Okay, so turn and raise. Again, it's really important for me that your feet are that fist gap apart. The toes are slightly turned in, and I want you to feel that your bottom is nicely engaged here. Again, what we're trying to do is work through the shoulder. Again, if you're desk space or driving a lot, it's very easy to come into this position and try and do this movement. Come back into posture and raise and lower. Really good. And again, up 3 and lower again. Slow, controlled movements. Now for me, the lower phase is more important than the lifting phase, okay? So strong controlled movement here, the weight's touching the bottom, at the top, sorry. And as they're coming down to the bottom, it's a slow lower back into the position all the way to the base. So through, up, control, bring it back. And if you want to act perfectly on form, you're going to bring the hands by the side of the body first before you tuck in. So to the side, raise up through, control, and slowly lowering back down and through. Good. Let's go 2 more here. Again, slow, controlled, lower. 1 more here. And release. Well done. Okay, so put the weights down to the floor. Now, your choice of squats here. You can either do it without weights or not. I know that I'm inflexible in my left ankle. I have a spur at the base, so it doesn't flex properly. So to help me get depth in my squat, I raise my heels up off the floor slightly. To do that, I've got a bit of wood that I can stick underneath my heels. If you can squat normally down into depth, then go for it. Now, if you struggle with squats, grab yourself a chair, stick it on the floor, and sit down into a chair and come back up to it. So, you'll see what I mean. If I try and get into a squat, I can only get to here because the ankle won't flex for me. So if I now raise my heels up onto a platform, I can get really deep before driving back up. Now, it's about knowing what your body can do. If you feel it loading too much in your back, don't go so deep, yeah? Get yourself back into training. So, from here, we're going to work through. We've got a heavier weight if we want it. Drop down through your squat. Drive through your legs and stand back up. Now, if you're sitting into a chair, resting and then come back up, brilliant, yeah? You've got to work out where you are in your journey. And the key thing, I was doing a lifestyle lecture last night, it's about knowing where you are on your life journey as well. So easy, deep squats. As deep as you can feel you can go. Control the movements here. And again, you might just get to here and then bail out and come back. That's fine, yeah? And whatever you're wedging underneath your heels, okay, will give you a little bit more depth. Now, the thing here as well, at the base, I want your fist gap between the knees as well. So a lot of people will squat down and the knees will go flaying out to the side. The other thing that will affect the depth of your squat is your anatomy, yeah? So how the head of the femur, or the top of that thigh bone, comes into the body and how deep the sockets are of the acetabulum that it joins into, i.e. the hip socket. Now, depth of squat, really important. Strength of drive, back into standing. And every time as well, you'll notice as I've got back up into standing, drive my pelvis forward and get my shoulders back again. I've got that full extension through the body. Strong drop, power through the legs, pelvis forward. And again, drop. Strong drive through the legs, push forward on the pelvis. Come back down again. Four more, let's go. Down. 3 more, please, let's go. 2 more now. One more now. And rest. Well done. Good stuff. Okay. Plug them out of the way. Grab a drink of water, sip it, lick around your lips, hydrate. Okay. So from here, I'm going to work through our lunge movements. So our feet are fist gap apart. And if you've got some laminate floor that allows your second toe to go on that tram line, place it on there, okay? Okay, so we're here, posture forward. I think it's the second toe is called stayed at home, isn't it? This little piggy went to market. Anyway, the second toe, nice and parallel on that tram line, toe facing forwards. Step forward on the left leg. Hold your posture here. Okay, now we're going to flex that right knee. Now you might get to here going, no, coming out, that's fine. Okay, work something that's effective for you. Down. Now the front foot needs to be far enough forward so that the knee plumb lines down to the midpoint of that foot. Okay, so if you're too short in your step, your knee is going to track over that toe. So go long on the stride, so that once you're in your lowest position, a plumb line from the midpoint of that knee would land in the mid of the foot. Work through your range. Now, go slower. If you're strong and you're effective already in your training, just try going slower, and also try balancing more. So as you're pushing off the leg, kick up and see if you can balance it so this foot doesn't touch the floor except when it's in the front position. If you're just getting back into it, step, place your feet back in, correct your feet position, and get your posture. Now notice the back stays strong, and I'm looking up at point on the wall, keeping my chin up. That's my stride, and that's the posture. Really, really important. Four more here. Then we're going to change leg. Now you'll also notice as well, I bring my fingers underneath my chin. There's a bit of a teaching point here, but we're trying to keep this chin parallel to the floor. Okay, notice what happens to your chin. You might actually find you pushing your hand down to your chest if you do it. So there's a good little learning point here. How does that work? Now also notice what happens on your back foot, trying to keep it nice and straight back down to the floor. Excellent, shake it out, let's change legs. So the right foot goes forward, knee tucks down to the ground, we step back in again. Step, drop, press, step again. And again, step, drop, press, and again. Through. Control the movements each time. Three more here. Two more here. One more here. Good, good, and relax, good. From here, back to our good morning stretches, reaching down to our toes, slowly back up, stretch overhead. And again, your choice, bring in the weights if you want to. Now, make sure this is 2 point, please. So you're going down to the toes. You come through, your pelvis is straight. Your pelvis is reset back into neutral here before we raise the arms up overhead. Okay, so we're going down. Come through. Remember, our arms come down by our side first, chest stays high, and then we raise. Again, keep it a safe, relevant, effective exercise for you. So if you know you're struggling your shoulders, maybe you won't go overhead. Now, if you struggle with blood pressure as well, follow the advice of your GP. So they're saying, try and avoid things overhead. Take the weights out of the exercise. Yeah? Now, your arm is still anatomically designed to go overhead. So keep the movement in there for sure. And then consult your GP again in a few months' time once you've been training regularly and say, where's my blood pressure now? Can I start to weight bearing? Your body is designed to lift and to load. Yeah? And a consultation and advice is only relevant at the time of practice. Yeah? So keep working yourself. Try and take out the barriers of doing exercise by removing the barriers safely, effectively for you. Now, the other part I can feel here is as I'm going through that deadlift back into pelvis forward, my glutes are firmly tying in, which is great. I can lift strong, I can lower strong, and go again. Now, the movements are slow and controlled all the way through the body here. We drop, we drive, we raise. And again, down, 3, raise. Good. Last one here. Nice compound exercise. We're working through every muscle in our body there. Brilliant. Okay, weights down to the side. Grab a sip of water again. Look around your lips, hydrate. Okay, finishing up, working through our front raises. Okay, so from here, left arm's coming up and back down again. Right arm's coming back up and back down again. Now, fist gap apart, stretch and reach, and swap again. Through reach, back down again. Through reach, back down again. Now, as we bring the weights into the exercise, if you choose to. Front raise through, arm brushing past the ear. Controls back down to the plane. Swap over, come back down again. Okay, now your choice. You bring the hands down behind the back, control up through the movement, bring it back down. Swap it over, control, brush the ear, come back down again. Now again, if you can't get your arm past here and you come back down, I'm brilliant with that. Okay, that's a safe, relevant exercise for you. You keep working it, yeah? But keep the body moving. Now, this exercise is only as difficult as the range you put into it, but also the weight you put through it as well. At the end of the training session, you should come out feeling like you've had a workout, you've moved all the muscles in your body. That's brilliant. That's what we've coming here to do, a safe, relevant, effective exercise training session. You've worked every muscle in the body, and you've kept it clean and efficient. Let's go, one more on each side, please. And release. Let's stretch out to finish. Well done. Okay, so weights down, shake it out. Excellent. Marching on the spot. Okay, back into our original warm-up. So feet fist gap apart, knees flexing up nice and high, pelvis forward, shoulders back. 3, 2, 1. Heel flicking behind. Heel kicking up nice and high behind you, pelvis forward, shoulders back. Drop the arms down by your side. Kick up and through. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, coming over to a wall or a chair, you're going to pick up your left foot, okay, and take it into a quad stretch here. Now, if you can't get your foot all the way up, you might place it onto a chair, okay, and then slowly sink into it, okay. If you can reach it, I want you to turn your fingers so that your fingers are facing in the same direction as your toes to lift yourself up. The reason behind that is we've just been working through planar movement of our toes rocking forward and back over the knuckles. Shake it out, swap it over. And again, little gap between the knees. Pelvis forward, shoulders back. Hold it up here. Big toe, little toe, flat down to the floor. Big stretch. And release, shake it out. Forward fold for me here. Chin down, jaw down, for the stretch all the way through the back of your legs. So now fold the arms, pull the elbows down to the ground. And release. Slowly pulling back up, stretching up high. Left hand between the shoulder blades, elbow up high. Stretch and release. Stretch and drop. Forward fold. Stand. Circle up the hips. Counterclockwise. And release. Good work. Very good. I hope you enjoyed today's class. Thank you so much for joining me. That's brilliant. Any feedback, please get down below. #live, #replay. Well trained. Grab yourself some water, hydrate. If we can help at all, please get above and direct message me. And we can certainly help you with your training. So, brilliant stuff. Feel free to share this link out to anybody so that they can take part of it, especially with we're in COVID, numbers are raising all the time as well. That training session is a real lifeline to somebody as well who's probably enjoys their training but just can't get out of the house. It's also low impact as well, so it's not going to raise up the heart rate too much, not going to breathe too heavily, so of course they're going to feel like they've had a good workout, but at the same time, it's not killed them at the same time. So, you know, please share that out to people. If you know somebody that could have been benefit from that, please get it out to them because it really, really will help. Okay, have a great day wherever you are. Thanks so much for joining me. See you next time for the next one. Well trained.